Hello, 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 hello. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes to join on. Who's out there? Is anybody out there tonight? Let me turn my volume up a little bit here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Sorry. Okay. Hey, April. God bless you. Glad to see you on tonight. I'm going to hold on a few more minutes and see who else is going to come on and join us. I'm excited about this group. Excited about what we're going to do together. Hi, April. Yes, I'm glad you're here. Definitely glad you're here. So we'll hold on a few more minutes and see who else joins us. I'm excited about this group. Hey, Celeste. Welcome. Glad you could join me. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me. Cool. Thank you. All right, we'll hold on a few more minutes and see who else joins us. I know this is a Monday night, and I know it's at 9 o'clock at night, but I did want to get in here. So we'll hold on for a couple more people to join us. See who can come on board with us. I'm really excited about this because I am a counselor by trade, and I have so many women that have said to me, when are you going to do something? You know, have a group for ladies, and I've been saying, oh, I'm going to do it. So finally I decided to take the plunge and just do it. My husband encouraged me to go ahead and get it done. So I'm excited. I'm really excited because I'm going to share some things with you. Hopefully, hey, Shalonda. I'm going to share some things with you, hopefully, that will help you to continue to cultivate a marriage and a relationship that you want. And I'm going to explain the whole idea of the name that we have come up with. But I'm excited about helping you become his secret obsession. Yeah, I want you to become his secret obsession. So I'm going to give you some things and hopefully we'll be able to share some things I've done that I can help you. So, hey, Taria. Yes, Shalonda, I'm glad you're here. So excited that you're here. Hey, Yolanda. God bless. So glad you're here as well. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I got a few more people I know that are wanting to join, and I didn't want to start and have to repeat again. So I'm going to give just a couple of more minutes for more people to join us. But I'm glad you all are here. Hey, Taria. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So I'm excited. But yeah, we're going to come to a place where we become his secret obsession. And that's something that over the last few years that I've begun to see a change in my husband. And so I'm just excited about where we're going and the direction that we're headed in and how things have changed for us over the course of the last, I'm going to say, 7 to 8 years. And I'm just excited about being able to share with you. And hopefully some of the things we share will be able to be help to you and help you keep the passion and keep the fire burning in your marriage. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I definitely don't want to hold you guys longer than needful. I'm not sure if those of you are going to work on tomorrow, but I do want to make sure we go right ahead and get started. I told you earlier in the announcement that tonight will be talking about back to basics, and I do want to stay right there. But let me just go into a little bit about this group and what this group will include. Again, it is an exclusive group for married women, newly married women, and we're opening up also for engaged women, because those are the women that are going to be getting engaged and they're going to be getting married. And I definitely don't want them to miss out on some very key important things that they should be doing as they're preparing to get married. One of the things I found out is I went in marriage with one mindset. My husband had another mindset. And so going into the relationship, I expected certain things and he was expecting certain things. And neither one of us was telling the other the level of our expectation. And so many times what happened throughout the relationship is we got disappointed because I didn't know his level of expectation for me and he didn't know mine. And so the communication was very, very low, and we didn't know how to talk to each other. We knew to talk at each other, but we didn't know how to talk to each other. And so I think you have to learn how to expect what you inspect what you're expecting. And so I think it's important that we understand that part. It's very, very important that we understand that if you're going to have an expectation, that you got to inspect it. And you got to make sure that the other individual knows what you're expecting of them, because that leaves room for them to disappoint you in the process. So as we look at going back to basics, the married let's play. Play stands for putting the love and affection you want back in your marriage. It also can mean just simply putting the love and affection that you want, bringing it back to life. It could be making it even more intensified. It just depends upon where you are. I am one of those who understands that women, we are driven by having a feeling of love from our husbands. We connect when we feel loved. We connect when we feel like they love us. And so because we are emotional driven, we are moved by our emotions. So everything that we do is generally driven because I have an emotional feeling or emotional connection. Many times it's wise we shut down because emotionally we feel disconnected. And I know that some of you all on here have felt disconnected at times. Disconnected because you might have had, your job was stressful. Disconnected raising kids or the things that come with just the task of kids. Disconnected because of something maybe he said. Maybe he said the wrong way. It came off in a way that you didn't like it. That was offensive. Just disconnected. And sometimes when we're disconnected, it affects our whole emotional being. How we interact with them, how we talk to them, how we respond to them, or how we don't respond to them. And so going back to the basics really has to do with tonight, really just with what brought you together. Sometimes I think one of the most powerful things in marriage is memory. One of the most powerful things in marriage is our memory. Do you remember the first time you laid eyes on that man? Do you remember the first time he called you? Do you remember your first date? Do you remember your first encounter with him on a date where you sat and talked and just enjoyed him? Do you remember? And what happens is we get caught up in being a family, having kids, working, and the hustle and bustle that comes with being married. We forget. We forget why I said yes. We forget what brought us together. We forget that smile that turned my head. We forget his laughter. Come on. Many times we forget. So memory is very powerful in marriage. It's powerful because it takes you back to the place where it first began. And if you can remember where it first began, you can remember all the moments of just pure bliss and joy. Sometimes back there is where we left off something. Sometimes we drop off and we leave stuff back at the memory. We don't go back and pick it up. So back to basics really has to do with, where did you first meet this man? What made this man the one that you decided to say yes to? What made this man the most important of all? Because see, we just don't say yes just to say yes. We say yes with a commitment. I'm making a commitment to be with you for the rest of my life. I'm making a commitment to be with you because I want to be with you. I'm taking your last name because I want to commit to being in a relationship, a marriage, a bond, a union with you for the rest of my life. And so that's why I think that we have to go back to our memory. Where did it all begin? Where was the beginning of all of this that we call, this marriage began, that this union, this beautiful thing that we have? We let all of the trials and stuff that comes in it kind of sidetrack us from remembering. Do you remember what you did to get this man? Do you remember how you dressed? Do you remember how you cared for yourself? Do you remember how you took care of yourself? Do you remember how you combed your hair? Because, we get lazy sometimes. Come on, wives, tell the truth. We get lazy. We get a man, boy, we got that man, and I'm telling you, we stop combing hair. We stop getting cute. We just throw it on. But some of you know you got to keep it up. You got to keep you got to keep yourself on his mind all the time. We stop cooking. Oh, come on. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. We don't do the basic things anymore. We stop doing certain things. We stop pulling the bed back. Oh, I'm not going to go there tonight. That's not going to be the topic of my discussion tonight. But I'm going to get there. But we stop smelling good. Come on. Doing our nails, getting our hair done. Honey, I can be out of town. My girlfriends will tell you, when I'm out of town and I'm on my way back into town, I am fixing my face, putting my lips on, getting my hair combed, because I want him to look at me and say, that girl look good. She look the same way she looked when she left. We got to remember that we are a place that we are setting an image in their mind. And we want them to constantly have us on their mind. So it's back to basics. What are the things that you did? You used to dress cute. When he first met you, girl, you were the bomb. What happened? I know some of you said, well, I put on a few extra pounds. Some of you say I didn't put on a few extra pounds. Some of you, whatever your state, it's okay. But you still fix up what you got and make it look good. Fix up what you have and make him see you again. You got to keep an image in that man's mind. One of the things that I do on a regular, I get up in the mornings, especially if I'm going to work around the same time he's going. I'm a contract worker, so I don't have to be out as early as he has to be. But I'll get up in the morning, and I know it's a certain pair of underwear he likes. I puts those on, walks through the house, because I want to put an image in his mind. Yeah, those are the things you did when you first got married. Those are the things you did for the first few months when you got married. Somehow or another we got dropped off. First few years we did those things. We dropped off. Go back to those things. Don't forget those things. Don't let those nice little nighties just stay in your drawer until special occasions. Pull those things out. Pull those things out and be about setting an image in this man's mind. You want to become his secret obsession. You got to remember there are women on the jobs that are dressing ways that are putting images in our husband's mind. Because why? They're sight driven. They're driven by what they see. We don't have to necessarily see something, get excited. Now, well, I take that back. We get excited when we see shoes and it's time to go shopping. Y'all know that's what I'm talking about. But for the most part, we don't get excited over just seeing the man as much as we get excited about being with the man. Come on. We get excited about being with him. They get excited by seeing us. Right? There's a difference. So there's some things you gotta do. You gotta make sure you putting on right thing. That's right, Celeste. You gotta put on that slip. Come on now. Put on those little panties and make sure he sees those images that he likes. He'll come home running to you. I'm telling you. And if he doesn't come home running, he'll start texting you saying, girl, what you had on this morning. See, I've got my husband back to the place where he's chasing me. I'm not chasing him. I'm going to talk about that too later. That's a whole nother session. Because sometimes what we do, we find ourselves chasing him when the chase really should be for us because we are the prize. Yeah, we're the diamonds. We're the diamonds. We're the crystal. We're the gold. We're not the plastic or the Tupperware. Oh, come on, somebody. And sometimes we act like we're Tupperware. We act like we're just, a little. We're not the prize. But how do you know? We got to remind ourselves that we are the prize. We are the glass. We are the crystal. We are what's the value. We are the value in this relationship. So you dress yourself. You keep yourself up. You put yourself on. Fix your face. Get your nails done. Back to the basics. We're going back to the basics. You shouldn't be going to bed at night. You hadn't had your shower. Get your shower. Smell good. Make sure you enter the bed with a purpose. I know some of us don't like for our husbands to wake us up in the middle of the night. I get it. Nobody really does. But I'm going to give you some things on how to handle that too. We're coming back to that. Oh, I know I'm giving you a few things because I'm coming back to some things. But what I'm saying to you all, we got to learn how to prepare ourselves. You get in that bed. You don't want to get in that bed. You done been all day smelly. Come on, wives. We know how we do. We first got married, boy, we took showers and lotioned down and we smell good. Now we just jump in bed. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. We jump in because we're so tired, we just fall in there. But you got to prepare it. He's looking at that. You got to believe that. He is looking at how you get into bed. He's looking at how you come to him or how you even taking that whole idea. Are you going just flopping in like, don't touch me, don't come near me? Or are you saying, come on? Come on, y'all. I know that's a hard word. I already know. We don't want to talk about that too much, but it's okay. It's okay. Because these are the things that we have to look at. It's going back to the basics. Again, for those of you who are joining, I'm talking about back to the basics. Listen, what did you do when you first met him? Remember, what's your memory of this man when you first met him? What made him the special man that you wanted to be with some 14, 15, 16, 20, 24 years ago? What made this man the man that you said yes to? Where's your memory about this particular man? And all the things that you have, that made him the one. It's in my memory. And then there's some other things I want to talk to you about just really quickly. Don't let raising children sidetrack you of the two of you having you time. This is basic stuff. When you first got married, it was lots of you time. It was times where you would, rush home because you wanted to be together. I remember when my husband and I first got married, and we were really honeymooning all after the honeymoon. And I remember I was going to Bible study one night, and my husband was like, well, listen, we're going to slip out the Bible study early. We're going to go on home. And so we were on our way getting to slip out the church, and one of the elders saw us leaving out there. He said, hey, where y'all going? Where y'all going? And we got so tickled because we know what we was getting ready to go do. We was going to the house. Y'all hear me? Come on now. We were headed to the house. But we were still in the way to have you time. Sometimes it's just sitting on the couch beside each other. Sometimes it's just entertaining. I know football season is in. I know basketball's in. I know all kinds of things kick in. But guess what? Sometimes you gotta do things to get the TV to turn off. Mm-hmm. Or if you can't beat him, join him. Sit beside him on the couch. Put your legs on him. Cuddle up against him. If you don't understand a thing about what's going on the football game, it's okay. Get in his world for a minute. Get in his world for a minute. Just get there for a minute. Cuddle up beside him. Even if you fall asleep, it's okay. Just stay there. Stay with him because it's you time. You're creating you time. You and this man. You are creating time for together with you, the two of you. You time. So I'm going to leave you with two things tonight. I got more to give you. We're going to come back and we're going to do some more. But the number one thing I want you to remember is memory. You got to remember how this all began. You got to remember where it all started. You got to remember just what this man meant and means to you. Memory. You got to remember that. Where is it all started when I first laid eyes on this man that made me say yes to this man? Because at the end of the day, you said yes. At the end of the day, you said yes. And yes means yes. And then second of all, I want you to remember that you got to create the you time. You have to do that. They don't think about it in terms of the preparation before the actual intimacy happens. But you got to create it. So that means you have to draw him. And I'm going to give you some few things that I did as we move further into these sessions. Next time we get together, we're going to talk about how to make love with your mouth. I heard, some of y'all said, what did she say? How to make love with your mouth. That's what we're going to talk about next time. We'll get together. We're going to keep talking. Because the more we talk, the more some of you are going to grab some nuggets and you're going to say, wow, I'm going to apply these basic nuggets right here. These things are going to change my life. I promise you. If you just go back and just start remembering. Let your memory go to work for you. Let go of what all has happened. Go back to your memory. And start creating you time between the two of you all. You time. Put the babies in the bed early. Spend some time going on a little lunch date. We take advantage. My husband and I take advantage when my kids are not at home. Oh my God, we almost run home. It's like, my kids are not here. Let's go. What you gonna do? And we run home. And you know what we do most of the time we get here? We sit on the couch and we just talk. Some of the best times are just getting to find out what's going on with him. We're going to talk about listening. Am I listening to be heard? Am I listening to understand? There's a difference. We're going to talk about becoming his secret obsession. We're going to talk about defiling the bed. Have I defiled it? Have I defiled it? And then we're going to talk about the love languages. Do I speak his language? Does he speak my language? And I'm not talking about just the 5 love languages that you guys have heard about. I've got some other languages that we don't even think about. And I'm going to take you down the journey so you can begin to apply some things in your marriage. I'm so excited that each one of you have joined tonight. I hope you found some value in what I've said tonight. Just covering just a few things on just this short time together. We're going to come back. We'll come back on Wednesday. Tomorrow night I've got to be at a conference in Durham, so I will not be on, but I'm going to put a video up for you guys on tomorrow so you can come on into the group and you'll be able to view it. Okay, so it'll be already there for you. We'll come back on Wednesday. If you're able to meet me back here on Wednesday, we'll do it again at 9 o'clock. All right, we'll be here for a few moments, and then we'll come back again on Thursday. We'll do it again on Thursday. And for those of you who can, who will, who want to, we'll do something a little bit earlier on Friday since it's Veterans Day and everybody is off. Stay tuned. Watch out in the group. I'm going to be posting things. I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen for you all. For some of you all who've been struggling, for some of you who've not been reaching for your husband, when he reaches for you, you're gonna start reaching. For some of you all who have been saying, I just don't know if this is gonna work. I promise you, if you apply some of the things that I've learned, some things I've done, it's gonna change your marriage. My husband is now calling. He's got his little kid name for me. Girl, come here. Girl, girl. And I just laugh because now he's chasing me. And I love it. Why? Because all I really wanted at the end of the day is for the love and affection that I really wanted to be in my marriage. So I'm grateful for you guys being here tonight. Love you all so much. Tell your friends. Tell somebody about us. Share my video. Love you so much. We'll see you next time. Married. Let's play. Take care.